data source. Let's do that here on ours. So there's a couple of ways to do it. I prefer to go into the new formulation and grab like a custom column. I think that's the easiest way in this. Go ahead and create the same concatenate. So the same formula essentially that we're using, or a very similar formula that we're using within the Excel process. So it should be some familiarity and even some I don't know, so personal touch to some of these Excel formulas, of course. So that's the first step, right? Is to get our concatenate and then put in our parentheses. I realize I'm going a little fast here, guys. So let me take a step back. So then what I did is I added the model attribute. Now that's coming from the element block specifically. And so now I'm going to actually choose, right, the element, or the actual attribute, whatever you want to say, the field, all right, that's going to be put into the model block here specifically. So for this, we're going to concatenate the policy number, right? And then for the policy number, of course, it's very similar formula, right? We want to put in, our comma there, and then we do the quotation, right? Space, dash, space, kind of gives you like a little happy face there, right? Anyways, so then you put in the comma here, and now we're able to actually put the block, the date block, in place as well. So the important part here when you're using the blocks is to be aware of the type of block that you're creating. So a concatenate is going to be a string, right? So that's the format of the actual type that we're going to end up creating here in just a moment with this unique identifier. Probably just call it custom column. That's what I've already got in place, of course, so we'll go with that. But understand, of course, that it doesn't matter what the name is. The key is that this concatenate formula, this field is going to be the exact same, right, as the field that we are using from our legacy file. So that will give us that join, or that ability to pull the data and for it to flow, right, and give us that, full data connection, essentially. So let me, I know I'm digressing. Let me just go ahead and finish the formula here. So what we want to do is get to the date blocks and then get to our date format. So double click on the date format. You'll notice we have two options, right, to kind of go through. The first part is going to be that policy effective date. So go ahead and just throw that in there. And then for the insert argument, this is the reason I selected date format. This is, kind of an important part here, right? Because we're creating a string. So we need all of the items to be, the same, format, the same approach with the string placement, right? So in this format, we would have dashes, but we actually want backslashes, right? So if I was to take a look at the Excel sheet and how this custom column is created, we have our effective date by month, by day, and by year, right? So when we create this custom column, it has the same, it has the same month, day, year. So when we are in Pyramid, we need to make sure that our date format is still in that month, day, year, which obviously it's not. And it also has our dash instead of a backslash. So what we're going to do is just going to delete out, right? Actually, what I did, and I'll undo it, is I highlighted all of the Y's, which are going to be years, right? And then I did a Control X, so I cut. Excuse me. So I cut the actual item, and then I'm going to put the backslash and paste it at the end. So Control V, right? And so that's how we can kind of utilize the shortcuts and what we have and our abilities, from in our knowledge base, right, from other places, other platforms. It's a very similar approach that we would be taking, right, for Pyramid as well. And the consistency is key, and that's, again, what I really enjoy about our front-end tool here is allowing us to have that consistency and allowing us to utilize, Excel with the platform if needed, or even in place of Excel if you were to use Tabulate, right? On a lot of different instances, we could use Tabulate instead of that, and keep that data a little bit more secure and in-house. Okay, so anyway, so